Hey there. So right now we're looking at this gold weekly chart, and what we're seeing is something that we've been tracking for a bit of some time. So here we have this trend line, and this trend line has been going up for a while, right? And so what we're looking at is currently the market price of gold, and we want to see what it actually means on the larger scale, because this level was broken. And after this level was broken, what we saw is that the price tried to retest it, but because of this trend line, the price was able. This is the weekly outlook that we are keeping an eye on, and exactly what is going on within the price. So on the daily chart, what we're seeing today, right now, in the moment, is that this was the area that was broken and price came here, and this afforded us a trade based on our criteria of where is the arrow of finding a pullback. So this is just a way that you can actually recognize the place where you can enter a trade. So here is where the trade was, and it went to the upside after that. So right now we're looking at gold, and its price is currently in this area, and it looks like it has had all of these momentum candles going up. So what could happen when we are in this sell zone? Because we're looking at this area holistically, and we're looking at this as an area of potential resistance. So the key word here being potential. So the price has been going up, and as you can see, it's been going up all this while, but it hasn't been able to retrace. So here we have this level that is supposed to hold. So if this level holds, it means that this bottom here is going to be what causes the resistance to come back down. And then when price does come back down, we want to see if it's going to break this previous level. So if price is going to be held by this resistance, because the thesis is that this is in a sell zone. So if this is going to happen, then we're going to be looking at what is going to happen to this trend line. So if this trend line is going to hold, then it means that the price is still in an uptrend, and we're going to be looking to sell at these levels if all of this is confirmed. So what we will be looking for is what sort of candle will be printed on the chart when the price comes either to this level or to that level, or when it's in this zone. So currently we're going to be looking at price action and seeing what the tape is actually saying. So this is all tape reading and analyzing price action. So this is what gold is currently looking like, and we're going to see that there are going to be some cells that are going to be generated by this entire movement. And when price does come to this area, it means that the area with the highest probability will be a bounce to go up. So we might see a double retest, or we might see a bounce going up that could actually pulverize this area, or we'll just see a very, very sharp down move. So all of this actually depends on the tape, and the tape is nothing besides price and volatility. So this is what we're going to be tracking throughout the gold trade, and this is going to be reflected in how we're going to approach the price action that's going to be printed on the chart. So the important thing, or the key takeaway, is to just be in tune with what the tape is saying. So the tape is going to tell you something based on the numbers. So we're going to be looking at the numbers that are on this side. So there is this area of resistance that is very, very strong, and this area will be the 130 area. So this is going to be in our sell zone, and if price does go above 1,300, then it means that it has to hold above 1,300. So when we're reading the tape, what we need to understand here is that all of these numbers move in ones, and they move in tens, they move in hundreds. So we have to halve them. So we have to look at half of the number in order to get the full spectrum of what the number is. So if price comes to the 1300 area, and if price actually does seem like it's going to go higher, then from this 1300 area, according to reading the tape, it has to go to half of the 100. So if we add another 100, we'll have 1400, right? So our 1400 area will be somewhere here, right here. So this is 1300, and this is in our sell zone, okay? And this is 1400, and this will actually confirm the entire movement. So if price does come to this 1300 area, it has to hold above this area, and it has to show us through convincing price action that it's actually holding above this area. And as long as price is below the 50 zone in terms of adding 100 to 1400, then if the price is below the halfway, the median, the middle, it means that we are still not confirming our buy. But then the moment that price starts trading in the higher 1300s, we know that we are in the higher side. So the same thing is going to be reflected by this 1300 zone, that we want to see it convince us and actually come and break this 200 zone. As you can see, this 200 zone is an area of resistance. So this is reading the tape, and this is what you need to understand about reading the tape, that all that you need to know is just in the volatility, which is the volume, and it's also in the price. So all you need to know is in the price. So just by knowing that this is the price, we know that this is the resistance. So we didn't need to see the charts in order to determine that this 1200 zone is going to be very telling. And as you can see, there's another trend line that is converging at this area. So all of this is going to be reflected in this gold trade. So we want to see a hold below the 1300, and 1300 could encompass anything up until 1350. So this is the 1300 zone. So after it goes to the 1360, 1380, 400 and breaks these zones, then we're confirming that we're in an uptrend. But as long as price is in the 1300 zone, it means that we are still in negotiations. So right now we're entering this sell zone, and this is what we need to look for a trade, and possibly to enter at any one of these areas. Let me make sure it's highlighted here. And so here is the joint. So if we find sells at any of these levels, then we're going to be going down, and we're going to be taking profits at all of these resistance areas. So everything that we're doing is going to be confirmed by these techniques that are very, very evident when it comes to analyzing what's happening in the market. So here I'm using this. Did it go to the correct spot? All right, somewhere there. So here I'm using this median line, and it's showing you something that is critical, in the sense that this median zone is converging with this sell zone. So if the price breaks beyond this median zone, this median line zone, it's going to go up. So if this happens, it means that we're in an uptrend, and what it needs to do is to break down. And as you can see, this trend line is right here in the median zone. So price is already in the middle, and if price breaks down, it's going to come crashing. All this price action is going to be affected by all of this. So this is what we're currently looking at in terms of trading gold, in terms of the currency, the US currency. So a break of this level would also signal a weakness in the American dollar. And if this holds, this is going to tell us the state of the American economy. So stay tuned to this trade and watch it very closely. So this is just a quick look at this gold trade that is really going to make some fruitful outcomes. So I'll keep you posted on TradingView.